Hi everyone, hope you're doing fine. Okay, I'm going to read you another story for this week, but first I'm going to explain to you the vocabulary words. So first, the first word is violent, showing great or destructive force. Or remember that when something is violent or somebody is violent, is going to show aggressivity. A bullet is a small piece of metal fired from a gun. So remember, it's what comes out of the gun. If you get shot with a gun, you're going to be hurt. You may die or you may be injured. Starvation, the state of not having had enough food. In Honduras, a lot of people are in the state of starvation. That means they don't eat. And if they don't eat, they may die. Arrowheads. It's the pointed tips or heads of arrows. Remember that an arrow is what the Native Americans used to use to kill their prey, to eat. So you do this and you shoot. It's the pointy part. That's the part where it kills you. If it enters your heart, you're dead. A fraction is a part of a whole. Remember, a whole is one. If you eat 1/4 of a pizza, you're going to eat one. If a quarter, remember, a whole is one. The quarter would be 4 slices. So you would eat 1 out of 4 pieces of pizza. So that would be 1/4. That is a fraction. And eventually is at the end or finally. Eventually, I will do my homework. So eventually, that means later. So I will read to you the short story that is called Forest Findings. Rosita and Kyung like to collect interesting things. One day they spend the morning in the forest searching for arrowheads. Remember, these are the pointy things at the top of the arrow. I would rather find one of these than a bullet, said Kyung. So she didn't want to find a bullet because that means that there were guns around. I agree. Bows and arrows seem less violent, and it's true. It doesn't make that big sound because a gun makes a loud sound. And an arrow, when you shoot with an arrow, it doesn't make any sound. Also, I feel bows and arrows come from an older time in history. The arrows have been around for a long time. Let's see what we have so far. They counted out a dozen. A fraction of them were made from a black glassy rock. Eventually, they collected 15 more arrowheads. Let's head back to my house for lunch, suggested Keon. It's way past lunchtime. Good idea. I'm so hungry I might die of starvation, laughed Rosita. So by saying that, that is a joke. When you're very hungry, as a joke, you say you're going to die of starvation. That means you're very, very hungry. In this case, it means you're not dying. Okay, so the first question, what are Kian and Rosita searching for? They're searching for what? Remember, look at the first paragraph in the story. Excuse me. I have the flu. It's something that is pointy. Remember. What do they think is more violent than bows and arrows? Something that comes out of a gun. What comes out of a gun? What does fraction mean as it is used in the story? It is a what? It's only what? When you eat a pizza, you only eat one what? You don't eat whole. Remember that whole is everything. When you eat one, only one, it is one of this. What words could you use to replace eventually in the story? So you have to use another word that resemble eventually. you could look in your definitions. What do you think Kyung and Rosita will do with the arrowheads? So usually if they find things that are old, usually you could keep them, and after that you collect them. Or so remember, what will they do with them? They're not going to use them. They're not on the arrow. So tell me what you think they would do with the arrowheads. And that's it. So I hope you do well. Love you. And I hope you have a great day. Bye.